Bucks always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. He might want another play. Williams looking for a man. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week. A commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Wants to go up top. Using his legs to buy some time. Catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it in the middle, it's Green. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Washington wants to go quickly. Wide receiver going in motion. Holds and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's moving out of the pocket. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. And the Huskies are rolling down the field. A first down run in the red zone. He's going for the goal line. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, here's an interesting decision. It's early in the game. Do you want to be aggressive and try to seize momentum and go for this? Or do you just take the field goal and take the points?
Williams will pass. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Takes the handoff. It's Hansen. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Might as well give it to him again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. All right, guys, let's think big picture.
Can't hear you.
They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range and people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle it?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Fires to the big fella. Oh, it's out! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys. The ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such...
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Runs through the tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Got the quick pass. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Set up to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Turning it on. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the 1st down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd.
Washington, 0.
And now in the most bizarre of spots, here comes the field goal kicker. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
And obviously not good execution. And he misses the attempt. But the bigger issue I have, guys, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, it's 1st down. So I don't know why we're even attempting a field goal. So he missed it, yes, I'm upset, but I'm kind of more upset at the coaching staff for even trying to do it.
Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Williams looking for a man. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
And the Huskies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Trojans want to move quickly. And how about this guy upholding that linebacker tradition of a Shaq Thompson or a Mason Foster?
And you think about those guys that can do a little bit of everything. They can play the run and be physical, but they have the athletic ability to play in coverage. Just versatile defenders.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Trojans will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Williams will pass. That's it, 5. Got his man on the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Huskies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quick release on the RPO. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Using his feet. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by 9 over UCLA. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Running back searching for a hole. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got the first himself. There he goes. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown at least for now. Washington right back to the line. Ready, go! On the option. He'll pitch it. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Husky. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Now adjusting. The throw. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man downfield. At the 35, he's open. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, USC. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. You can just feel the energy that play gave the entire team. 81 yards, he took it to the house. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Just enough time for one final play in this half. And some room to work. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Rolling, throwing, looking right. To the end zone, and it's picked off. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Washington about to put it deep to start things in the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Slips through the line, and he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
That's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be...
Breaks into the open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And the Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Power ahead. He's in there. 2-point conversion is good, and they're down by just 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Powers through the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man quickly. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Open this possession from their own 20. To throw, it's Fafita. Pressure coming. Finds his man, it's Lane. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at second and a mile. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Grabbed over the middle, it's Ross. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Lane. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. Makes the grab inside the 30. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
221 away. 221 away. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll run it from the gun. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Touchdown, Husky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Arizona State is just getting blown off the field right now. We've seen big games in Tempe over the years. I've personally never seen anything like this. They're trailing by 20 to UCLA. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. Oh, they're after him. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Touchdown! Good. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
He'll bring it out. It's Ross. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Got a man. It's Jordan. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quarterback extends the play. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. The Trojans headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd knows when to bring it. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They want to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. Just couldn't get it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. They were trying to claw back to within 7, but the lead will stay right where it is. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Turning it on. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. And now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the 2-point conversion attempt. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Can't hang on, he muffs it. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Pulls it in, it's Jordan. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up.
And in this situation, late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw for it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Here's a heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires left. Wide open downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going up top. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Here comes the heat. Took a shot as he threw.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Into the end zone. Picked off to stop the threat. Inside the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What are you doing in interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball is going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. No shot at a return. It's out at the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Forced out of the pocket. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the field.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get lot of big plays from this offense.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.